serial killer dies in struggle with look-alike cop. Fugitives rescue mother and child from serial killer. The media is hailing these people as heroes. 3 alleged felons that you held downstairs were somehow freed by a 15-year-old girl.
I wish they would give an update on Rafe. I hate not knowing what's going to happen to him.
If I were you, I'd be glad I wasn't in the cell next to him.
You know, I don't regret breaking the Port Charles 3 out of lockup. I'd do it again. I mean, John is the one who saved Sam from that psycho.
Yeah, I was just about to go check on them, see if they're up yet. I really figured they could use some breakfast.
Mom said Sam might sleep late. She's still dealing with the effects of the drug Caleb used on his fake fangs.
Did you see those bite marks?
Yeah. You know those vampire books I loved so much?
Yeah?
I threw them out this morning. I swear I will never look at them again. Oh, good.
Behind me, you can see the 3 escapees being brought up from their cells. We still have no word on what charges will be filed against them.
3 escaped convicts, one of them, a rogue cop, apprehending a serial murderer, is a public relations nightmare. I'm being asked if I condone vigilante justice. There are questions as to why the PCPD couldn't tell the difference between one of its own and another human being.
Sorry, can you just... I think we need to see this. I didn't mean to interrupt it.
Guys, what's going to happen to you? Will you be punished for breaking out of jail to rescue the victim and her son? Guys, I gotta get
Well,
back up.
that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Anything you can tell us about Steven? Any comments?
Well, actually, I would like to say that my comrades and I have no regrets. Absolutely none. Our adventure was pretty important.
So much. I'm Alexis Davis. I'm representing Ms. Coe and Detective McBain. Currently, Mayor Lomax is meeting with the commissioner and the district attorney. She's asked for a full debriefing of the events that happened in the last couple of days, and my clients are prepared to give detailed statements about those events as well as their encounter with Stephen Clay.
And what about Rafe Kovich?
Mr. Kovich's attorney is now meeting with Judge Harnett. I'm sure she'll speak to that in due time. In the meantime, we have no further comment.
That's it? No comment? Why aren't you fighting harder than Mom?
Oh my God!
What is it? What's wrong?
Sam and Danny, they're gone.
What are you talking about? Where could they be?
I don't know.
I do.
I mean it, people. Give the lady and her kids some room or I'm clearing the area.
Yeah, Mom, I'm fine. Whatever drug Stephen gave me is out of my system.
All right. You don't have to address the media.
I want to set this record straight.
I want the commissioner, the DA, and the mayor, and everyone else in Port Charles to know that if it weren't for these 3 people right here, my son, Danny, and I would not be alive today. Rafe Kovich protected my son when Stephen Clay gave me no choice but to leave him behind. He is a hero, not a criminal.
What now? She's gonna plead with you to release Lucy Coe after the woman impaled Detective McBain and held you at gunpoint?
Lucy is the first one who let us all know that Stephen Clay was as dangerous as he was. Detective McBain was falsely accused of Stephen Clay's crimes. He risked his badge and his life to save me and my son. My son and I
owe these 3 people our lives. And if there's any justice done, they'll go free. I will fight for them to make sure that happens the way they fought for me. It is the least I can do to help.
Move aside, let him go through. Come on, people, back it up.
Thank you for what you said about me out there.
Are you kidding? I meant every word.
Look, I just want to let you know how sorry I am. I didn't mean to give Danny Boy to Heather Weber. Molly trusted me to keep an eye on him.
Oh my God, how great was Sam?
Pretty great.
Maybe what she said will help Rafe go free.
And is that all that matters?
What do you mean? I want them all to go free. John, Lucy, and yes, Rafe.
Rafe, a guy that you barely know, except that you just happened to hide him in your bedroom. Not only that, you lied about it to me and Mom. And all this was before you busted him out of jail.
So?
So, What's going on between you and Rafe?
You have my eternal gratitude.
I was only thinking about Danny and Sam.
Sam. I can't tell you how much it means to me, to all of us, that you came all the way down here and stood up for us. I mean, especially after what you've been through. You know, if it was me, I'd probably want to be up to my chin in my cocoa moisture glow bubble bath with cucumber slices and a mud mask on my face, you know. Actually, come to think of it, I really could use a bubble bath myself.
Me too.
Well, if it were up to me, you'd both be there right now.
I know, and thank you. And unfortunately, it's not up to you.
So, you let 3 people escape. And now, in your very own squad room, a widowed mother gives a press conference about how those same fugitives saved her life along with her son's. If we press charges, we're going to look like heartless monsters.
And if we don't, what are we saying to the citizens of Port Charles? That we condone vigilante justice? That everyone should just take the law into their own hands?
D.A. Martinez, I don't like this any more than you do. But McBain rescued a young mother from a serial killer who thought he was a vampire. If it weren't for the detective and his accomplices, Sam Morgan and her son would be dead. Now, how exactly would you want me to spin that?
I have a solution. McBain and Kovich, they were arrested and wrongly accused on my watch, and they escaped along with Lucy Coe. And I have absolutely no excuses for what happened. Which leaves me with one course of action. Here's my badge, along with my letter of resignation. I take full responsibility for all the mistakes that were made here.
Well, I don't think it's right that they keep you sitting here in shackles.
Well, technically, they're cuffs.
All right, well, whatever. I mean, you voluntarily surrendered. You saved Sam, Danny, Rafe, and Lucy. I think they should come in here and take this off. I'm going to find out what's going on.
Relax, listen. It's not going to do anyone any good to make the mayor crazy.
I didn't live up to the standards expected of me in this department, and I do not want any excuses made on my... What are you doing?
No, I don't accept this.
Come on.
I handpicked you for this position, which is why I can't accept your resignation. Any assumption of failure on your part is a direct reflection of me.
With all due respect, Commissioner Devane's job status is beside the point. 3 prisoners escaped from custody, including a detective who should have known better. We have to press charges against them.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, the thing is, when you and John left me with Danny, something happened. Heather Weber wasn't the only person who showed up.
Somebody else was at Windermere?
My mom. I mean, her ghost or whatever.
Hey, she came to me too.
Seriously? So you don't think I'm losing my mind?
No, you're not losing your mind. She somehow came to me in the tunnels and she gave me hope and courage and strength and... What did she tell you?
She gave me courage too. And she told me something else. She told me that freak Caleb who killed her, that he's my father.
I'm so sorry. I am sorry you had to hear it that way. I'm sorry.
He really is my father.
Biologically, you know, it's just some shared DNA, that's all.
Great. DNA from a psycho.
Hey. You know what? You gotta think about John McBain. You know what? I mean, the resemblance that you two have is uncanny. There's something that's gotta be there. So, I have come to learn that John McBain is really a good guy. And so was the man that you are named after, Rafe Kovich. Your mother loved Rafe very, very much with her heart and soul.
She told me that he'd always be my real dad.
And he will be. You have to believe her. Honor her by believing that. Listen to me, okay? That Caleb does not deserve to be your father. He never, ever earned that title.
I mean, I want to believe that. But what if I'm just like him?
It's true, I have done things I never thought I would do because of Rafe, but, I mean, I knew all along that he was innocent. And once Sam and Danny disappeared, I would do anything to help.
What about TJ, Molly? It's obvious you have feelings for Rafe.
I worry about Rafe.
Will TJ be able to accept that?
All I can think about right now is that I helped Rafe escape from jail. And he could be facing serious time because of it.
I understand your concern for your constituents, Madam Mayor. I do. But it is our job. It's our duty to uphold the law. We cannot condone 3 prisoners escaping because they thought the charges against them were unfair.
If we prosecute Detective McBain and his accomplices, there will be a public backlash against all 3 of us. But if we don't, we're tacitly condoning lawlessness and vigilantism.
So what are you gonna do?
You know what? This is taking way too long. I'm gonna go check and see what's going on.
You really all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Does it hurt?
This?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I'm sorry I didn't get to him before you
No,
could...
no. Don't you do that. No apologizing. John, I meant what I said to those reporters out there. If it weren't for you, Danny and I wouldn't be alive.
Well, you know, Lucy had something to do with that.
Caleb was convinced that I was living and it didn't matter what I said. He would have killed me.
Hey, the mayor is actually here.
Thank you for showing up. Would you mind telling me what's going to happen with my clients?
Yes, what could you tell us?
They've been incarcerated for 12 hours longer than
That charge has been filed.
Well, the 3 heroes face jail
This
time.
area hasn't been cleared for press, which means all of you...
I have an announcement to make. Can I have the 3 prisoners join me, please?
What's going on? No idea, buddy.
Are the cameras rolling?
They are.
Wonderful. Because I know the public is anxious to hear the fate of Lucy Coe, Rafe Kovich, and Detective John McBain.
The mayor's making an announcement. And Rafe's standing right by her.
The media has reported that these 3 people escaped from custody to rescue Samantha Morgan and her son, and in the process, tried to stop a killer who is wreaking havoc on our community. But what the media did not know is that Commissioner Devane and her department were working in tandem with Miss Coe, Mr. Kovich, and Detective McBain.
What is she talking about?
It was a very unconventional and risky move on Commissioner Devane's part. But sometimes, unconventional methods prove necessary, especially when trying to catch a serial killer as delusional and as dangerous as Stephen Clay was.
But that's not how it happened. John said I had to help him and Rafe escape so they could save Sam and Danny.
In light of these extraordinary circumstances, and due to the heroism of these 3 brave people, the district attorney has agreed to not press charges.
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
Miss Coe?
Can you believe it? Rafe's not going to prison!
It's great.
The city of Port Charles thanks you. You are free to go.
Oh!